Alright all, and welcome back to a new video as we continue on our previews of the Irish action from a day-to-day basis on the first week back of Irish racing post-lockdown. It is currently around 5:30, so we've been 5 races into the card at Naas today, and we've been a bit unlucky. We had 2 seconds in the first 2 opening maidens before a 5th place with Scorching Heat. A lot of bookmakers were paying out 5 places, and also a 4th place with Inflection Point. Both of them were 9 and 10 to 1 last night, advised at, and both of them collected each way money, which was very nice. And unfortunately, we didn't get any sort of a run from Nurse Barbara. She came out of the stalls and was pretty much pulled up immediately, which was obviously a shame. Hopefully the horse is okay and this filly can come back and hopefully prove us right at some stage during the season. But that was obviously a bit of a disappointment. 3 more to run tonight, so hopefully we might get a winner somewhere. If not, though, at least we collected a bit from an each way point of view. Going through the Leopardstown card tomorrow, it's an 8-runner card. As it is a bit early, not all the races have had prices up or have had prices up for that long, so I am kind of guessing a little bit, but hopefully we can go and back a few each way prices or whatever and hopefully get a bit of return for our investment. Starting off with the 1 o'clock, which is a mile 2 furlong Fillies maiden, and I'm going to take a chance here on Unknown Pleasures for Jessica Harrington. Shane Foley takes the ride. They've been in cracking form today at Naas. They've already racked up a double each. Well, actually, Shane Foley's ridden a treble and Jessica Harrington's got a double. This is a 3-race maiden. She was second at Cork twice, actually. Her first 2 runs were both at Cork over a mile. She was beaten by Ger Lyons filly first time out and beaten by an Aidan O'Brien filly called Passion second time out. She then went and ran in the Well Park Stakes at the Curragh over 7 furlongs, which was a step back down in trip, and she came 6th. She was quite well beat that day, and we'll be actually looking at that form later on in the card. But she still put in an honourable enough performance, finishing mid-div. And I think she will appreciate further in time. She's a daughter of Zoffany, so hopefully she will progress for this step up in trip and will run well. This is one of the races where I don't have any sort of prices, so this could be a short favourite, it could be a complete outsider. I don't really know, but hopefully she can run well. The 1:30 is a mile 2 furlong Colton Geldings maiden, and it's same again. This isn't a race that's been priced up yet, so I'm kind of going a bit just on guessing really, but I'm going to take sides here with Dawn Patrol for Aidan O'Brien and Shamie Heffernan. They won the opening Fillies maiden on the card today at Naas, and this is a son of Galileo out of a Darshan mare. So again, another one of these horses that's likely going to progress for this step up in trip and especially appreciate the nicer ground. Only ran once last year, went 4th in a Tipperary maiden behind Sunchart, who will test the form in the Derrinstown around half an hour later. That was on soft ground, got bogged down, and it made a bit of nice headway, and hopefully will come forward for that run and could run well tomorrow. The 2 o'clock is the Derrinstown Stud Trial itself over a mile 2, a Group 3 race, and it sees Russian Emperor and Iberia at the top of the market, both for Aidan O'Brien. Obviously, as I mentioned, Sunchart for Andy Slattery is in there as well. Sunchart I was kind of interested in, but I'm just a bit dubious. His 2 runs so far have been on soft to heavy ground, and tomorrow will be rattling quick at Leopardstown. And instead of the 2 at the front of the market, I'm going to side with Iberia just. He's around 9 to 4 at the moment. Wayne Lorden takes the ride. Beat Russian Emperor on debut, which is very interesting to see. Russian Emperor then obviously didn't run again since winning, and then went on to win a Naas maiden at the start of this season. Bred for the trip, again, another one of these Galileo colts, a Danehill mare. So very similar breeding to Mogul, actually, who I quite fancy for the Derby itself. Most of all, though, this horse's prime piece of form was 3rd in the Royal Lodge Stakes at Newmarket behind Royal Dornoch, and obviously Kamiko, who went on to win the 2,000 guineas there at the weekend. That form has given a bit of a boost now. He was quite well up in behind those 2 horses. He was then second in the Killavullen Stakes after that over 7 furlongs. Another one of these horses that stepped back down in trip when it looked like stepping back up in trip would be the thing that would suit it. He's got the proven form. Russian Emperor's got perhaps maybe a little bit more potential, maybe a little less exposed, but I'm going to go for the proven form just on this one. The 2:30 is the 7 furlong Fillies trial, another Group 3 race, and I'm going to take a chance here on Know It All for Johnny Murtagh. Ben Cohen takes the ride. She's around 6-1, and she's also got form tied in the fact that she came 4th in Iberia's maiden when Russian Emperor was 3rd. So potentially, if that race has worked out quite well, this will be a bit of a form boost for Know It All. She was then 7th in the debutante. Sorry, she went on to win a Curragh Maiden after that, and then was 7th in the debutante before finishing 3rd in the Well Park Stakes. But I think if Ronan Whelan had his time again, he wouldn't have committed her so far from home. She went to the lead 2.5 furlongs out, didn't quite get there, and was ran down by, I think, 2 Joseph O'Brien fillies. Hopefully tomorrow she'll be held on to for a little bit longer and come with a finishing kick for Ben Cohen, and hopefully Johnny Murtagh has a pretty good horse on his hands in the Qatar Racing colours. So a bit of a chance is being taken on Know It All. The 3 o'clock, the 7 furlong Holden Plant Rental listed race, and again I'm taking a bit of a chance here on Edward Hopper at 15-2. Ger Lyons' horses have seemingly been running okay today. Obviously Nurse Barbara, there's kind of nothing much that can happen in those situations. There was obviously something a bit wrong. Now, it might seem a bit odd, though, backing a horse in a listed race like this who hasn't actually won a race. But he was 6th on debut at Leopardstown when clearly needing the education, and then he was 2nd at the Curragh in a 29 runner maiden, which is always a bit of a minefield, and 2nd at Gorham Park behind Royal Dornoch, who went on to finish mid-division in the 2000 Guineas at the weekend. Both times he was 2nd behind pretty nice horses and also 3 or 4 lengths clear of the rest. So he's obviously a horse of a lot of ability, a son of Acceleration. And Ger Lyons can do well with horses at this sort of level, you know, these listed Group 3 horses. And it would shock me that this horse doesn't turn into a group horse down the line. I'm not sure whether tomorrow will come maybe a little bit too early in his education, but hopefully he can run well at a price of around 15-2, 8-1. Then the last 3 races are 3 handicaps. Very difficult to find the winners of, but we'll give it a stab. First of all, the 7 furlong handicap for horses rated 45-70. And I've taken a chance here on a Joseph O'Brien horse called Capel at Dawn, who's around 8-1. Dylan Brown McMonigal takes off £7. So this horse is effectively running off a mark of 59. She was 2nd in 2 5 furlong maidens when trained by Adrian Keatley before moving to Joseph O'Brien, and has finished mid-division in 2 Dundalk races since joining Joseph. Both times, though, she was checked in running and didn't get much luck and wasn't knocked about. She will win at some stage soon. I'm not sure whether tomorrow will be the day or not. We've got our fingers crossed that it will be. But to be honest, this Daughter Dawn approach, I suspect, was bred to be better than a 66 rated horse. So hopefully you'd like to see her pick up a race of this sort of nature pretty soon. The 4 o'clock is the first division of the mile handicap for horses rated 45-65, and I've taken a big outside whack at this one and gone for the old veteran Tennessee Wildcat. He's 20-1. Johnny Levins trains him these days, with Donna O'Connor taking £3 off his mark of 62, so he's running off 59 in effect. Now this horse, only last summer, around this time last year, was placed off a mark of 90 at Leopardstown, and also won a claimer when he was of a mark of 88. He's gone drastically downhill. It's one of these where perhaps he's just old at this stage and he mightn't be as good as he used to be, but he's dropping down to a real basement level here, and if he does have one more day in the tank, Tennessee Wildcat could run a massive price, and massive race at a massive price, and 20-1 seems too big to turn down on the likeable veteran. And the 4:30, the concluding race on the card, is Division 2 of the 45-65 handicap over a mile. And this horse has been quite well backed, and it's a horse called Treble Cone. He's around 5-1, joint favourite at the moment for Ger Keane and his son Colin. He won a course and distance handicap off a mark of 64 last year, and also was placed off a mark of 70 the run afterwards behind Latchet at the Curragh, also over a mile. The rest of the year was a bit of a write-off. Seemingly went on a bit of softer ground, and it all kind of went pear-shaped. He's back to his winning mark of 64. He's obviously won over course and distance before, and you'd like to hope, if the money is down for an outfit like the Ger Keane and Colin Keane, this horse could run a very big price, or sorry, very big run at a decent enough price. 5-1, you know, it's not a massive price for a handicap, but it's still not a bad price all in all. So hopefully we'll have ended up finding a couple of winners from those 8 races at Leopardstown, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel down below, and of course give me what you fancy for Leopardstown's card tomorrow. Great to see a few classic trials and hopefully a few clues for the season to come. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time where we'll be covering tomorrow's action, best of luck and see you then.